Okay, 3.2, parallel lines and transversals. So when you have parallel lines and you have a transversal going through them, they set up different, or they form different types of angles. And those angles have special properties to them. So corresponding angles, so angle 1 and angle 5, corresponding. Say angle 3 and angle 7. Uh, 6 and 4 and 8. Now, what we know about corresponding angles, when you have parallel lines, corresponding angles on that transversal are congruent. Okay? Alternate interior angles. Alternate interior angles, when you have parallel lines and that transversal. Alternate interior angles, for instance, let's go with 3 and 6. Remember, alternate, opposite means alternating sides of the transversal, and interior means in between the parallel lines. So 3 and 6 and 4 and 5. Okay. Alternate interior angles are congruent also. And then we have alternate exterior, so alternating sides of the transversal on the outside of the parallel line. So, for instance, 2 and 7. Angle 1 and 8. And those are also congruent. So the special properties, corresponding angles, alternate interior angles, and alternate exterior angles, all are congruent. Now, consecutive interior angles, that's what the textbook I currently use refers to it as, but also known as same side. That's what I've heard it referred to more often. Same side interior. So they're on the inside of the parallel lines, the interior, and they're on the same side of the transversal. So, for instance, 3 and 5. So angle 3, angle 5. What I know is angle 3 plus angle 5 add up to 180 degrees. I guess it should be the measure of angle 3 and the measure of angle 5. But they're supplementary. Okay, so same side or consecutive interior angles are supplementary. It's supposed to read as supplementary there. And so if you look at it, so I fix that up, and while I'm doing that, you can look at the diagram and see which other ones are supplementary. Okay. Same side, 4 and 6. So measure of angle 4 plus measure of angle 6 equals 180 degrees as well. So these two right here, supplementary, and these two right here, supplementary. So using that information, that allows us to do a bunch of different calculations. So if you look at a diagram and you see the lines are parallel, that means you can look at what they give you, or what's been given, 60 and 8x minus 4. Identify what you have. Those are alternate interior angles, and we know that alternate interior angles are congruent. So 60 has to equal 8x minus 4. Solving, that means 8x will equal 64, and 8x will equal 8. And if you were to substitute that in, 8 times 8, 64 minus 4 is 60, so it works out. If I'm solving this, well, I look over here and I go, well, I'm dealing now with alternate exterior angles, 12x plus 7, and negative 1 plus 14x. I have my parallel lines, so that means negative 1 plus 14x is equal to 12x plus 7. Or excuse me, plus 17, not plus 7. Okay, and so separating my equations, I'll go ahead and move that 17 over by subtracting. I get negative 18 plus 14x equals 12x. Move that 14x over, so I get negative 18 equals negative 2x. And so 1x is going to be 9. And test it out. 14 times 9 is 126, minus 1 is 125. 12 times 14 is 168, plus 17. That does not, I'm sorry, 12 times 9, okay, is 108 plus 17, yeah. 108 plus 17 is 125, so 125 equals 125. So we are good to go there. All right. Next piece, let's go ahead and look at, identify what we have. We have corresponding angles, and we know corresponding angles are congruent. So let's say 21x plus 5 equals 23x minus 5. And solve, we'll move our 5's to the same side, so I'm going to go ahead and subtract 5 over. I get 23x minus 10 equals 21x. Go ahead and move my 23 over, subtract that, I get negative 2x equals negative 10, 1x equals 5. And I go ahead and plug that 5 in, I get 23x is 115, minus 5 is 110, and then 21x is 105, plus 5 is 110. So I get 110 equals 110, we're good to go there. Okay, and let's go and switch up colors, we'll go over here. Now in this case we have same side interior, meaning those two angles, the 20x plus 5 plus 24x minus 1 has to add up to 180 degrees. Combine my like terms on this side of the equation, I end up with 44x plus 4 equals 180. 44x equals 176. 1x then, x equals 4. And so we plug that in. 24 times 4 is 96, minus 1 is 95 degrees for this angle on the bottom. And then 20 times 4 is 80 plus 5 is 85 degrees. And 85 and 95 combine to make 180 degrees. So we're good to go there. All right, that's all we got. Well, good luck you there.